Okay, we're going to do a little bit of a video on Comfrey today. That Comfrey yesterday was as big as this guy over here and had more roots down low. Actually, I need to take the cover off of this one again. But I was planning on digging him up and splitting him. I'd cut roots to sell because I got an offer for some roots. And since I was going to do them anyway, I accepted the guy's offer, even though it was lower than what I normally do. But I took, I think 7 or 8 pieces out of that. Took all the larger roots, and I took like 7 or 8 pieces out of that, and I stuck that one back in the ground. You can tell, I can tell because I've played with these now for a while, that one's going to live, even though he had like a little microscopic root. My fingers in front here, a microscopic root about that big on him, and not a heavy root, but just a little tiny one. This guy here, I didn't get as many roots as I needed, so I dug him up and cut some additional roots off of him and stuck him back in. And he's kind of sad, but he'll be fine within a couple of days. He'll be back growing and fine. And that guy there, I split him and took some roots off of him just a little while back. So this is what Comfrey does. And most of my Comfrey, a lot of people use Comfrey for a lot of different things. The main thing I do with Comfrey is feed it to my rabbits, and it's easier to have it down below. My chickens will eat Comfrey depending on the time of the year. Huh? Yeah.
They eat this one pretty
Yep.
good.
Oh yeah, they eat the leaves off of it.
Right there.
Yep, they eat the leaves off of it. This one back here, and I have never figured out why, but I've got one over here that it's been in the ground as long as that one, and it's had the same kind of conditions as that one. But if I take the cage off of this one, they demolish the darn thing. I just put the cage back on it early part of the week, and it's starting to grow again. But they had almost all the leaves pulled off of it. So anyway, this is going to be I'm going to be doing several pieces on Comfrey today, and I'll be splicing them together. So thanks for watching. Okay, this is the Comfrey I showed a minute ago that I had split a bunch off of and cut several roots off of, and split up all the pieces, and here are the pieces. And as you can see, I can tell through experience. I mean, if you look at that and that and that, all of the shoots, these guys are, and all of these were planted with just a very small amount of root. We got a lot. We got rain. I watered it good yesterday, and we also got rain during the night. So they're doing fairly well, and within a week or so, they'll be as big as that one or some of these guys over here, because when I planted them, they looked a whole lot that way also. And I got to get my Japanese beetle traps out because they're doing some damage, and I'd rather have my chickens, I'd rather have my rabbits eating them. In a little bit, this tub here had some potatoes in it. I'm going to dig the potato up. Growing potatoes in Georgia really doesn't work, but I put some in a pot, and every now and again we get it. We got some that are rooting, but I'm going to be digging the potato and the basil out of there, and I'm going to put Comfrey in. Although I could leave the basil, it won't matter. I've got some roots, and I'll be planting the roots, and I'll also come back later whenever the roots start growing and taking off. I'll come back later and show the roots as a plant. This is blocking 4, and so is that. Those 2 up there are blocking 14, and rabbits eat all of them pretty good. Depends on the day. Sometimes they eat them really well. Depends on how much else they've had to eat and how what their mood is for the day. But anyway, this is going to be part of the series of a video I'm going to be putting together, and I'm probably actually going to move the Jerusalem artichoke that's growing in that pot up, and I'll move down that pot over there, drill a hole in it. It's got no hole in the bottom, and plant some more Bocking 14 in it. And I got some Japanese beetles I can grab there, don't I? No. They're all, I probably got 15, 20 of them off of here yesterday to feed my chickens. So anyway, I'll be adding to this in just a little bit. Bye. All right. What I'm fixing to do is plant the root, and this is going to be in a bucket also. And I get somewhat better success rate in a bucket, although that's not 100% true. All of what I started with originally, I did not grow in a bucket, but this is Comfrey root, and even a short piece like that, especially being that thick, is likely to produce and do very well. And all of these guys here were planted from root that I had dug up from underneath another plant, and just stuck a piece of root because I'd sold some stuff.
And that's what you transplanted.
And that's what I transplanted yesterday. We showed that already, or I showed that already.
Yeah.
This is one that we did a video on a while back, and showed it getting planted. And we picked kudzu off of this thing.
Not kudzu.
We put leaves off of this to feed to our rabbits 15 times, I guess, 10, 15 times since we
lots of times
since we planted it.
We got lots of little rabbits.
Yeah. So anyway, this is very easy. This stuff is super easy to deal with, and even the smallest little roots will often live. So we'll take a big root there, stick it in the ground. Got another small root here. We'll stick him in the ground. I got a great big root right here, which I thought about splitting, but what the heck. I got more than enough for what I'm wanting to do. And I'll stick him in the ground there. Just stick him a little bit. You know, if you stick it like 5 feet under the ground, it probably have some problems, but basically just a little bit below the surface. And usually, if the weather's cooperating with you, you'll have a little bit of comfrey coming up within a matter of sometimes literally days. When we have done this, I gotta get that big long root down in the ground a little bit. He's got an extra little spot on him. Plant this little guy here. He'll be easy to plant. Good chance he's gonna come up. So
nothing gets wasted around here.
If it can be fed to our rabbits or other animals, we'll do it. And we'll just stick him in, and I may end up having to transplant some of these later on, but I've got one right there, so let's stick him right here. I gotta go a little deep with him.
Got a long root.
Yeah, he's starting off with a long root, so all right. Anyway, we'll probably post this, and a little bit later if you keep checking with our channel, you'll see, yep, we got 6 tubs now. So as well as a little bit growing in the garden, which we've transplanted into there just because we had too much in the tub. The interesting trick may end up being how to keep it from going too far in our garden, but that's a bridge for another year or two from now. So anyway, if you like this sort of thing, I'd ask you to subscribe to my channel and watch some more videos. Thank you. Bye.